Alright guys, so finally a Midtech update. Finally got the prototypes in, and here they are. We had some delays at the machine shop that was doing them. They just hired like 10 or 15 new employees and they got a whole bunch of new equipment in, so it was causing some delays. From what I've been told, the production run will still be on time. We're looking at end of February, so still right on time with what I had told you guys originally, so that's good. We'll see exactly how that works, so you may have to give us a couple of weeks in between either way, just to to get all the production ones out, because we're doing a run of 400. So I am going to be sending an email out. You'll probably have it in your inbox by the time this video loads, or within a couple of hours. Don't email me, I'll email you. It is time to pay up for your deposits. It's $55 again, so remember that. If you're on the first run, you have been contacted, and I will email you again. This video is just pretty much just to show you the knives and discuss a couple little changes from what we see on the prototypes here to what we're going to have. We didn't prototype the pocket clips because they're pretty simple, so I just threw one of my custom ones on here. So you can see, you'll see the clip here. This will be the clip that comes on the knife itself for my CAD files. We moved the Psalm 23 to the pivot. This is way bigger than it's going to be. This was an accidente. It's going to be 65 thousandths tall. It's actually going to be abbreviated, and we changed it. It's not the Psalm 23. It was, I don't know, it was in your first email. I think it's Corinthians. So we changed that for the Midtechs. I had a couple of comments on Instagram about the pivot. This is the pivot that is going to be in here. I know a couple guys were saying it was kind of ugly. Well, I will give you the rundown on why it is the way it is. This pivot is custom made for this knife. It's not just something off the shelf. It's made on a 7-axis Swiss turning machine, so it's precise. It's going to be a press fit into the Loctite frame, slip fit on the outside. This slot isn't just for a screwdriver, it's for a dime. You can adjust this with a dime. So I did that for usability. This is an end user, hard use knife. It's made for field work, for good, strong use. It's not just something pretty to sit on a shelf. So I made it as user friendly as possible. So I like to have things easily adjustable in the field, if at all possible. So if you got a dime in your pocket, you can adjust the pivot and tighten it down if it loosens up for some reason. So they're staying. If you don't like it, I'm sure you can find somebody that makes a pivot that will fit. This is the standard. It's the same size as the AKS pivots, so potentially I may offer to sell AKS pivots, my custom jeweled pivots with these. I'm not certain yet, so don't ask. I'll just let y'all know. Standoffs, they turned out awesome. See if I can focus. They will have HRD standard, so that's going to be awesome. This is the finish. It's going to be just a hard stone wash. The blade, the grind lines are not going to be there. He sent me the prototype so I could grind it the way I like it, so that he can model the grinds this way. The blade will be sandblast stone wash, the whole blade. So keep that in mind. They're not going to be satin. There are no options with this knife, so take that as it may. It's not a custom. It's a custom Midtech, I guess. But clean lines all the way throughout. We make this a user. This isn't, the lock relief is not going to be this rounded. This was just an issue we had with the prototype. That's going to be fixed. It's not really even so much an issue as it's just too rounded for my taste. This one, the lockup's fairly late, and a lot of that was my fault. Lockup on this one is darn near perfect. Needs to drop in just a little further. Lockup will be about 60 thousandths, so about 30%. That's what I told the machine shop that I wanted at, and that's what they will be at. Stainless hardware, all that fun stuff, hardened pivots. It's got a bearing system, same bearing system that I use, the AKS bearings. This is the #1 prototype. As you can see, one of two. And this one is actually going to go up for auction on the USN on my subforum. So stay tuned for that. That's #1. That one's going. I considered keeping it, but I just couldn't bring myself to it. Number 2 actually goes back to the machine shop so they can take measurements of all the little adjustments that I made, and then they'll send it back to me, so I may just keep this one. Let's see, so specs again, 3/16 stop pin, 1/4 inch hardened pivot, standoff, stainless screws, blade is 3/16, tie is 3/16, bearing system, HRD standard, fullers, sandblast stone wash, blade and frame, and specifically made pocket clip, and buttery smooth. So there she is, guys. Hope you all enjoy it. If you went in on the second run, they are going to be DLC PVD coated black and coyote brown. Super cool coating. Second run is still open for the meantime. It's filling up fast, so if you want in, email me soon because I think I'm going to close it down here shortly. We're almost maxed out now. I'm not certain if we're going to do a third run this year. We may, if there's a big enough calling for it. Just depends. We got a lot going on. Just a little teaser. We got an A15 Midtech coming down the pipe here, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, that's it. So look for the email in your inbox. You'll probably have it today or early tomorrow. And that's it. Well, thanks for all your support, guys. We appreciate it. This has been a really cool project. We've been enjoying ourselves. God's been blessing us left and right with all this, so we're really trying to stay on top of that and do him proud. All right, guys. God bless.